On this episode, it turns out this piece of junk goes pretty good. I'm out here today at Mobara Twin circuit for a TEPS saw, a track day run by the TEPS workshop. It's just a regular grip and drift track day, but there's a few things I want to achieve today. And more evidence to show that Japan is just a real life Forza lobby. There's Dajiban here today too, and they are in the drift class. Like I mentioned in the previous Nico video, I'll be entering a few competitions this year in the Mark II. And one of those competitions, D1 Regional, is going to be held here at Mobara. So I came here today to test a few things. The first is some high grip tires on the back. Last time I went to Sportsland Yamanashi, I hit the curb fairly hard a couple of times and threw the alignment completely out. So I took it to Kazama Auto and got an alignment which might work. And finally, seeing if I can get the kind of driving out of this car that I want. Even though everyone's packing up to go home now, it's just because I'm shooting the intro now. Let's cut back to this morning. So this is the group that we're in here. So there's me, and these are the other people in our group. So for this session, I'll show you the track first, and then I'll show you the part of the track that we're going to use, and then we'll do it, I guess. So normally the comp would start from about here, and you go through this section. You don't need to drift this section. Then around this hairpin, and this is where the comp section starts. Now you don't need to drift this part, but you do need to drift coming out of this corner. You're meant to go out wide, go out deep out towards the wall, and then like in, actually pretty shallow, a lot more shallow than that. And then that's the end of the judge section. There is a lot more fun to be had at Mobara on different parts of the track. Is that Lee-chan waiting for me? It is. Oh no, alright. Alright, well I guess we're just going to start doing it now. So out of here into third, then you drift out like this. I'm just taking it really easy. And then up the hill here to the main corner and whoo! Maybe overdid it a bit. Normally you'd you know, come down here and sort of link into here. Like this. Into this part. You know, if you're just doing a regular track day, it's a lot of fun. Let's try this again. Oh. Oh, these turns spun in front of me. This is sick. It's great to be driving with friends. I'd just like to apologize at this point that my car doesn't sound as cool as it should because it has a very, very street exhaust. I didn't really realize it's quite as street as it is. Actually, my neighbors had a baby a little while ago, and I don't want to wake up the little baby at 5:30 in the morning. It's not so much the baby I'm worried about, it's the parents. Oh, there we go. Yeah, these tires are still hanging in there. That's 3 track days. This is the 3rd track day they've done. So I saw this JZX100 chaser and it's got pretty good fitment and wheels, but I noticed this in the back. I thought, oh, he's got some sort of weird flaw in the boot, but it's actually see-through. Shizuokan. Oh, it's an Ashinagawa Shizuokan yo desu ne. It's an aquarium floor to show off. じゃあこれは何？
奥がオスで手前がメスです。
なるほどね。This is the male eel, and that's the female eel. So there you go. You can see the fuel tank from down here below. But also the rest of the car does look very nice too. If you're everybody's favorite dimple dye body braces for the roll cage. Nice clean, it's a nice change to looking at my car. Nice clean interior. T37Vs on the lip. Very cool. I like this. It's the factory bumper and factory lip. More aquarium here. 1JZ, also huge radiator. Koya rad. TDO620G, not the 25. So a little bit smaller than what you normally run. Usually on a 1J you'd put the 25. With this sort of car, it's probably enough.
ありがとうございます。
インスタはここに
インスタグラム。
フォローしてください。
俺。
Alright, next session. I've kept the low grip tires on just because I want a bit more practice getting that entry to that corner. It's fun, man. I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this before. People are asking, oh, why are your gauges in German? I think I said it in a comment, but I was just messing around with, you know those Dymo label makers that make these little labels? I was just messing around. I thought it'd be funny. So if I want to know what my öl temp is, but I think öl in Norwegian and Swedish, I think, means beer. So this is beer temperature. That reminds me, big shout out to all the Norwegian and Swedish viewers of this channel. You guys get some of the best ad payment rates on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Varsågod. Jag vill gärna ha en öl, tack. I started to learn some Norwegian back when I did stuff with Drift Monkey. It was a Norwegian team. I don't know why, because they could all just speak English anyway. Oh, actually, there you go. That's cool. So out nice and wide, and then in fairly shallow, which I can't do because these tyres are not grippy enough. Catch up. So we have Meguro, Fukano, Ri-chan and me. This is our group. Set up very good for that corner. Oh, we got a red. What for? Why? Always wave at the kids when they wave at you. So that was this session. Okay, we have two more sessions, one at 150 and one at 250. Okay, so the 50's past the hour from now on. So this particular pit under this roof, these three cars, it's 1993. I don't know, I guess that's when this style of car was still popular. So you've got the S12 Gazelle with the CA18. I don't know, is that a factory crossover pipe or not? I don't know. It's a bit hard to see in the light, but those are R32 GTR wheels. on factory body kit. And this one here too is the grip class going out now, I think. So this is the CA non-turbo front bumper. You can tell because the factory turbo ones have a little hole over here for the factory intercooler, but this is the non-turbo bumper. This one has 15-inch Watanabe wheels. And it even has that's the factory seat that came in this CA. It's a Survivor S13 Silvia. They still exist. Okay, this confused me for a second. This is a Toyota Mark X front, but a Mark X would normally have a V6 in it, but this is obviously a non-VVTi 1JZ, and the reason for that is because this car is actually a JZX100 Mark II. Here's another retro style, the C33 Laurel with SR20 in it. So these cars came with the RB20 engine, the 6-cylinder only, same as the Skyline. But it was fairly popular back in the day to change them to the 4-cylinder SR20. And once again, one of the best things about this particular car is pillarless. Although, you know, most people would put roll cages in them. I like C33s. I was actually looking for a C33 back when I bought my original 180SX in Australia. If the place I bought it from had a 180SX and a C33 Laurel, I probably would have bought the Laurel. But they only had a 180SX. There you go, R33 GTR and R32 GTR on R34 wheels. Look, the R33 is actually on standard wheels. And it's kind of funny to see how far they sit inside the guards, the standard wheels. That's a 17x9 plus 30, and that's how far they sit inside the guards. Here's another weird one. This is the Toyota Altezza Gita. It's the 4-door station wagon version. Looks like a homemade wide body kit, and I've never seen one of these wings before. This might be homemade too. Alright, time to get ready for the next session. And what I've been running up until now are these Velino Griva Dory 10 editions. Alright, that's my attempt at making the sidewall look nice. And they're okay. Like, they're good for having fun. But I'm here to practice for a competition. I'm going to do a session with these Kenders, the KR20A, it's the grippy ones. Mobara circuit is pretty high grip, so I will start off running them at 2.5. Okay, 2.5 is our baseline. All right, next session. So this is the first time I'm running high grip front, high grip rear on this car. We've got the Nankangs on the front and Kenda KR20As on the back. I should say right now, I'm not sponsored by any brand in particular, and I'm just sort of trying out a bunch of tires to see what I like. As far as the Nankangs on the front go, I like them. They're wearing down pretty fast, but not any more than I would have expected for that kind of tire. Oh my god, was I not recording? Was I not recording that whole session? I'm gonna myself if I wasn't. I thought the red light was on. Oh, actually, you know what? I set up a camera up there. Hello, camera, there I am. So I guess I can just show myself doing the runs. You had one job, Alexi, was to turn the camera on. I think I might just leave the tires on whatever pressure they are right now. I'll just see what pressure they are hot. I mean, the car has enough power to spin it up on the approach to the main corner, which is the first thing I wanted to find out if it would do or not, and it does. And the other thing I just need to do is go faster and hold the accelerator down earlier to make it do it the whole way around. Alright, well, not great yet, but that's sort of the progression I wanted. And the tires look like they're doing okay. Yep, they should be good for another session. But there is one thing I want to fix on this. I'm going to have to start going out wider, and that means going out, you know, maybe putting wheels up on the ripple strip and dropping into the dirt and things like that if I make a mistake. So what I need to do is use these. These are just hardware store hose clamps. See these exhaust hangers? There's nothing to stop them from just slipping out of the rubber if you hit them in the right way. There's also that one there. So what you do is you take these hose clamps and you put them over those hangers to stop them from slipping off if you hit something. And then it'll drag on the ground and start bending, and we don't want that. There you go. So you just screw that on, and now it can't slip off. Easy, easy. I know that seeing cars like this might still be usual overseas where they were imported to, but honestly, seeing these sort of survivor cars is really nice. A Chuki 180 in the very rare champagne color, and apparently he's got a nice sounding exhaust. Hey, dozo. Yeah, I think the color and the look of this car don't match the exhaust. Normalで。まだあるね、こういうの。The factory plastic piping, and this is very old school. The old Blitz blow-off valve. And the best part, it's also fairly rare to see a foam tail that still exists. And he's also got the what they call kuru-kuru tail. Kuru-kuru means round and round. It's like a bulb you can buy. Yeah, naka mo kirei. The stock seats. I haven't seen these for such a long time. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。じゃあメンションこれインスタ。はい。Okay, this time the GoPro is definitely running. I've still got the high grip tires on the back, so I'm just gonna keep trying to get used to them. So third over here, wait a second, floor it, kick it out here, over that bump, all the way out, blah, big angle, and then in like this kind of line and then drive out. That's what we're going for. There's a return in Fukano. There's no need to do the uphill section, but it's just so much fun, I'm doing it anyway. Shino and Meguro, this is going to be good. Woo! Maybe I shouldn't drive with them, they're being a bit dangerous. That was a real Jesus take the wheel moment right there. Yeah. He was apologizing for spinning out on the straight. Well, at least we're not spewing coolant like we were last time. It's atsui!
ジュース買ってあげますけど、なんか飲みますか？なんか飲む？
冷たいコーラ、マックス。
私ごめん、何度も前で。
いやいやいやいやいや、神様お願いします。ぶつからないで、シロさんの車に。あ。Good day. このフィールはいつ買った？ずいぶん前から。
いや、先週ぐらい。
Yeah, Rays are getting really popular now.
Yes,そう。
前後ろもレイズだね。
レイ
いいね
ズ大好き。グラムライツが
うん。いや、合うんですね。これかっこいいね、この車。本当に。
でもアレクシーの CR 回も好き。
うん。なんか私 CR 回が好きだけど。
かっこいいよ。
I like the way this car is like, you know, it's matte black on the back, but then it's got like, you know, it's still got some flashy color on the front, and then the roof is sparkly. But we'll be seeing Meguro again because he's doing D1 Regional as well. D-Tun's car is still looking cool. The rough welt style fenders are still okay. And you know, with the rubber molding on the bottom as well. And he broke a drive shaft earlier today.
これで折れたんだよ、これで。
何で215-215-4517. これで壊れた。
これの
The KR20 Kenda Kaisers. It's not even the high grip version. これで壊れた。
壊れた。
でもスプラインがなんか曲がってない。
でも D マックスの強化だよ。
これ D-Max の？
うん。
Oh well, you know. Stuff breaks. Yeah, Lee-chan's wheel game is pretty good too. I mean, I like the CR Kais. R34, GTR, newer. So these are the NK NT03s. Yeah, those are kind of rare, and he's using them on his drift car. Right now they're doing a lottery over there, and what they did today was on the time schedule, see that little piece of paper that was cut out? That little triangle had a space for you to write your car's number on, and they're pulling them all out, and they're just calling them out and giving away stuff that's on like a random table full of stuff, you know, car bits and pieces and whatever. I chose this. I got this, the 2004 D1 Grand Prix round 4, 5, 6 and 7 playback. Yeah, I don't have this one, that's why I got that. All right, we're about to go home. Let me show you one of the fun things about street driving a drift car home from the track. These chunks of rubber that get stuck on the tire. Oh. These chunks of rubber that get stuck on the tire. These things will come loose on the expressway and start flapping against the fender and the inside. And it sounds like you're about to have a blowout. It's a lot of fun. So if you can find the big ones, just pull them off. You'll just be driving home all chill, and all of a sudden one of these things goes and you think you're about to lose a tire. Bye. Bye. All right, everyone's going home. But instead of going home, I'll take the scenic route. Well, this traffic sucks, and that squeaking sound means I have to change my rear brake pads. But at least you can see Mount Fuji from here. One good thing about Mobara is it's really quick to get there in the morning if you're driving from Tokyo. But what's bad about it is when you're driving home, you're going home at the same time on the same road with basically everybody from like Tokyo, Kanagawa, Saitama, who spent the weekend in Chiba. There's a lot of touristy things to do in Chiba, which is why. So yeah, driving home sucks. All right, this bucket seat is giving me hell. Let's stop at Umihotaru. Umihotaru is a parking area slash mini mall slash food court in the middle of Tokyo Bay. You might have seen this location before on underground top speed videos where they do runs through the Aqualine tunnel. Here's a good map. So we were over here in Chiba. We drove up that, down there into here, and that's where we are now. Umihotaru. And then there's another 9.6 kilometers on the Aqualine tunnel all the way to the other side to Kawasaki, which then joins up to Tokyo. Oh, I didn't know you could walk all the way down here. So we're right next to the harbor, and this thing here is, I don't know if it's an actual piece or if it's a replica, but this is the cutting wheel they use to dig out the tunnel. No, it's the actual cutting face, 14 meters in diameter. One of the cutting things is about as big as your hand. This would be kind of a cool place to have a car show if it wasn't so windy. And that wind is the smell of the ocean. Clears your nose. Oh, it's windy. So that's the other side of Tokyo Bay over there. You can see, so that's Skytree, and that's Tokyo Tower. As you can see, it's kind of been set up as a, you know, romantic date spot. You know, you can go for a drive and sit next to the glowing multicolored sphere and stand in front of this, take a photo, you know. So if you look at it from the outside, this thing is kind of shaped like a ship. There you go. Hard port, Captain. Oh, they've got one of those phone holder things. Hang on, let's do this. They also have a convenience store and even a small amusement arcade with crane machines. I'd like to give you a better tour, but I'm gonna go home, so maybe next time. And back into the traffic, into the tunnel. All right, from the Aqualine tunnel, that's all for today. Mark II goes good. I hope you've been enjoying the Mark II content. Here's some more videos for you to watch. Don't forget about the second channel and Instagram and Twitch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Free as a bird now.